The chip challenge continues. The semiconductor industry is facing challenges and changes as the world relies even more on microchips to power everything from generative AI in smartphones to the humble processors controlling your dishwasher and blender. From tariffs to quantum computing, the chip sector is at a critical juncture. Tariffs and trade wars could still spell trouble for the world's most valuable chip makers. President Trump's return to office brought renewed protectionist policies that are bringing scrutiny to every step of how chips are made. Trump is pushing to exert US control over every aspect of chip production, from sand to finished silicon. Meanwhile, the US is pushing to retain its competitive edge in semiconductor design against China over defense and security concerns, including investment, deals, and more favorable business environments for design and even production in the US. Taiwan is becoming a flashpoint in tensions between the US and China. The self-governed territory designs and manufactures the majority of the world's semiconductors and is an essential link in the supply chain for much of the world's electronics and tech. Taiwan remains under threat from China, which has not ruled out the use of force to take the island. Chip companies are reacting to the changing environment by rethinking how they do business, from vertically integrating to naming new management. The Trump administration is continuing export controls first put in place by the Biden administration. These restricted not only the sale of powerful chips, but the equipment used to design and fabricate such chips, like machines from Dutch specialists ASML. In retaliation, China imposed bans on several key raw materials like gallium, germanium, and antimony, critical to making both semiconductors and rechargeable batteries. Meanwhile, Intel recently announced a CEO shakeup, appointing industry veteran Lip-Bu Tan to lead the American chipmaker. And Nvidia announced its Blackwell Ultra next-generation processor for 2025, alongside a list of other products, as it tries to retain investor enthusiasm. Generative AI demand continues with wide-reaching potential in everything from healthcare to defense, boosting investor hype as heavyweights like Nvidia design newer, faster chips. But competition is growing. The release of China's homegrown AI DeepSeek, reportedly built on less powerful AI processors and at a lower cost, rocked semiconductor stocks previously fueled by expansion. Other competitors may not be far behind, with many tech companies hoping to develop their own version of generative AI and large language models. Investors liken the competition to early days of the internet, where money moved from web infrastructure like servers and software services, and eventually to smartphones and applications. The pace of innovation in semiconductors continues. Outlier events like breakthroughs or a new application of processors could also disrupt chip makers. Enter quantum computing. In a sign of its importance, Nvidia dedicated a significant portion of its annual 3-day conference in March to addressing quantum computing.
We're working with just about everybody in the ecosystem, either helping them research on quantum architectures, quantum algorithms.
Tech giant Alphabet's surprise announcement late in 2024 of a new quantum computing processor shows that an industry built on the promise of constant disruption and innovation is itself susceptible to breakthrough advances in technologies. Quantum computing, if achieved at a feasible scale, will revolutionize industries from medical science to cryptography. For Investors Business Daily, this is Mike Truong.